Today, we are going to make some grass. No, I'm not in Colorado, so it's not going to be that kind of grass. It's our techniques that are so simple and sensible, your mowers will practically build themselves. Hello, folks, and welcome to the Kid Hoarder Stash. I'm Mad Dog Merv, and today we have an old kit. I mean an old kit. I think they upgraded this, many years ago, but I don't know. This one is like from the 1970s, and this is the original Tamiya Jagdpanther kit. And we're talking, 1970s, like I said, really, really old. I don't know where you're going to find this, maybe on eBay, maybe in somebody's stash, which is where I got this from. Let's take a look at it, shall we? Again, I don't know if it's been upgraded and re-released or not, probably, but, let's see. What's in this old original one, shall we? Now, this is right after they quit putting the electronic motors, or whatever you want to call them, the gears and stuff to make them go across the. They didn't make that noise, obviously, but see this here. Okay, I got this in a Sherman, but they used to have these little motors and the gearbox and the stuff for the batteries, and you could actually make them run, and it was really kind of fun back in the day. And at one point in time, they quit putting those in here, and you still could have the hull with all of the, stuff for the little engine, motor, or whatever. So there's the hull, and as you can see, the torsion bars are molded in. I mean, yeah, this is really old Tamiya, folks. A lot of stuff that's molded in that later on came separately. But these were more, I don't know, these were more of a toy. These were something you built really quick. They were for kids. You built them really quick, and they were affordable. Unlike today's models, kids can't afford them. But this actually has some texture on it, which is kind of neat. You can see that the periscope guards are molded in. This hatch is molded in. This hatch is molded in. This is molded in. And the weld seam, the weld seam that's supposed to be right here, it's hardly there at all. So, and on this side, yeah, you really can't see it. So, it'd be interesting to know. And of course, back here as well, I mean, you can barely see it. I wonder if you washed it really heavy and dry brushed it. Probably not. It's probably, to get it to look good, going to require some putty and, the effect to make it look like a weld. Wow. I mean, even there, the front fenders are molded in. All of this stuff is molded in. Not that it's terrible molding, it's just, it's molded in. Ooh. Oh, okay. This kit, one of the bags is still sealed, believe it or not, after all of these years. Yeah. Amazing. So we are going to unseal it. I'm going to have it see the light of day for the first time in, 40, 50 years? Wow, something like that. Holy smoke. I mean, it's been in here so long, the rubber band has welded itself to the to the stowage bin back here. So you have a commander figure, you have a cable that's kind of crappy looking. Looks like you have a gun breech of some sort. Hatch, mantlet, early exhaust, Pioneer tools that aren't terribly bad. Hatches, you have some hooks that go on the deck. You have the main gun, which is 2 pieces. The tail end part, and I can't remember what this is called, the rack for the Pioneer tools. This is for the fender. And spare tracks that look like crap. Sorry about that. Whew. The original old rubber band tracks. I don't even know if these will glue with Tamiya glue or not. I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna try this out and see, because I do like the rubber band tracks to an extent. On American equipment, particularly, sometimes on the German equipment, I really would prefer the individual link tracks. But oh well, we'll see again when I get into this. The original decals, probably going to need a decal bonder over it, just if I ever want to use those. And here's the instructions in Japanese. It's a good thing the pictures are in English, huh? So, parts breakdown, and then the assembly. Not a whole lot to the assembly, obviously. Wow, more wheels than anything else on this assembly. And it looks like you got a grand total of like 11 steps, but they're easy. So this is like a build you can do in a day. You know, real easy little kit. Now, somebody did start this thing because a couple of the road wheels are off and in here. And in fact, it looks like the front, one of the front bogies has been assembled, and one of the rear has been assembled. But anyway, there's the wheels. These are like poly caps because they're a soft plastic, but they're the, how can I put it? The part that goes in the middle of the wheel there. And you even get some good old-fashioned Tamiya glue. Good old-fashioned Tamiya tube glue. You know, I gotta check this out and find out more about it. That's kind of interesting. But you see, there's just not a whole lot to these old kits. They were for kids to build. They kept them simple so you could build it and play with it. And that was kind of the idea behind it. Now, when they got to this point, didn't put the motor in, it was a little bit less money, and it was designed to be a static model. So, but there you go. I think I am, just for the challenge of it, because it's not much of a challenge, I think I am going to build this. And I'm going to try and make it look as good as I can. And we'll compare it against some of the other ones I have. Let's see, I have a Dragon. I think I have two other ones that are Dragon. So we'll compare it and see. How's that? After I mess with it a little bit. All right, that was quick and easy today. Not a whole lot to it, but you can see it is very simple. And if you do find one of these in a collection or on eBay, you know, now you can understand a little bit more about it. Hopefully you're not going to pay a lot of money for this at all, because I sure wouldn't. I just happened to get it out of this collection. So anyway, thanks for joining us today. We'll see you again next week on the stash. Okay, so I opened this up, and it's the actual Tamiya Jagdpanther. Of course, it's old, you know, the old kit. But I'm sure somebody could use it, so I'm going to put it up for sale on the marketplace.